Hi, Tracy here. I have a scrapbook layout and process for you called A Walk Through Mentryville. And I'm using the Studio Calico June kit for the first time. So I have, in the background is basic gray carte postale. And then the polka dot is American Crafts Mayberry Collection, Mapleton Drive. Love that paper. And the pink is crepe paper, the Pier Cotton Candy. And the cloud is Studio Calico Sky Atlas. And for this layout, I'm actually using a sketch as part of a challenge. I'm not using it for the challenge, but I use the sketch, just as a starting point. I'll tell where I got the sketch in my description because I don't remember the name right off the top of my head. It's somebody from YouTube. And here I am spraying that mask. Is called Posh, and it's from Kessie Art. It came in the kit. I doubled it up there up on the left hand side because it came out too straight, looking like a straight line. And then I'm going to do it up in the right there. And I block off where I don't want the ink to spray onto the page. And then I used Heidi Swap Shine in chartreuse and tinsel. And in the sketch, the papers go all the way across the paper. The papers on top go all the way across the background. And I try to do that. I keep going back and forth, but it just goes against my eye. I just don't like that symmetrical look. That's just like a subjective thing. And so I keep trying, but eventually I go with it just a little bit off. And now I'm going to make a banner here with some ribbons. And those are all from my stash. Although the one on the right and the one in the middle, the black and white one and the teal one, those came in Studio Calico, past Studio Calico kits. I'm going to use the last bit I have left of that black one. Really love that ribbon. And now I'm going to sew them using silver thread. I sewed them and created a loop so that the string could go through. And that is from my stash, that string. Thread, twine, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And now I'm going to outline using my Niji watercolors. I'm outlining in silver. Originally I wasn't thinking I was going to because I was doing the mask, but it really was calling out to me to outline everything, and I'm glad I did because I like the way it looks outlined. Of course the phone rings. Murphy's Law. So here I am. I tried again to get it to go all the way across, but I just don't like it. So now I'm going to cut the picture just a little bit. Because they're sitting on that bench, I wanted it to be longer horizontally than it was vertically, but it was just a little bit too long for my eye. So I cut it down just a smidge. And now I'm going to play around with, first I'm going to cut that and turn it into a flag. I was just measuring where to cut, marked it with a pencil. And there I'm just cutting off a little bit of the top piece so that the bottom piece is a little bit longer. And gluing everything down with my ATG because I'm liking where it's at. And now I'm going to pull these out. These are die cuts that came with the Studio Calico kit, and they're really beautiful. I like them, but I don't end up using them because this layout is just not a frilly layout to me. In my mind, I just wasn't liking the, the floral and the, I'm sorry, I'm getting the package to tell you what it is. It's Josephine Kimberling, and they're called Hope Chest die cut embellishments, and it comes with 25 pieces, so they're really beautiful, but I did not end up using them. And now I'm pulling out some die cuts from my stash and trying those, and these don't end up working either. For me, I think it's because of the flag, the what do you call that? The banner that I made there with the ribbons. It didn't go with the floral to me, my like theme wise, or however you say that. I love those veneers too at the top and bottom that I have right now, but I don't like those. And then that little paper, it says, "You are so lovely," or something like that. I liked the words on it. I can't remember what it said, but the look of it wasn't right. It looked like it was on graph paper, and that just didn't go. And these little cloud and the trees embellishments, those came in the kit. They're little veneer pieces. And I tried those, and they just didn't look good either. I struggled through this layout. And here I am thinking maybe I'm going to use one of those Studio Calico wood frames. And that little stamp that I have, it says "Fun in the Sun," that came in the kit. And I do use that, the stamp, and I like it. And here I am doing the title. Those stickers, "A Walk Through," are these off-white letter stickers that came in the stash. I think those are actually by Studio Calico. They're the ones that they always send, and they don't have a brand. And some of the letters I leave the middle in, some I don't. I like that look a lot. And then these other thickers are also the pink. They're from the Studio Calico kit, and they are called Sunrise American Crafts. Now I'm going to glue this picture down so that I can do the title. I like those sunrise stickers because they're pink, but they're kind of a muted, like more on the tan pink. outside, like, what do you call that? More of a neutral pink, I guess. And I like them. They're real pretty. And here I am trying all different ways. Again, trying to make that work. Now back to the flower. I had a rough time. Those flowers, I do like that on this layout. But there wasn't enough of those. I don't know. I just was struggling. Some layouts just come right together and some just don't. And this is one of those it didn't. Okay, that sticker, I do go with that. That is October Afternoon, Woodland Park. And it says, a perfectly delightful day, which is perfect. And then this little tab comes from that same sheet, and it says you and me. And it's more in like a teal blue. And these, you know, as soon as I put them down, I knew I liked them. So now I go with some stickers up at the right there from the same sheet. And now I'm going to start gluing down my banner. I was holding off, trying to figure out what other stuff was I going to do on here. And I put a third sticker there to fill that space. And now I'm just using my Aleene's craft glue to glue that down. And I tie knots on the end, but I leave them kind of loose. And cut off the end of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue that stamp that stamp down. And I go through all that time thinking, will that frame fit? And then I don't end up going with it. Okay, I ended up having to take a very long break. Not having to, but I went and took my daughter shopping. She got all kinds of gift cards for her birthday, and so we were gone for hours, so the light has changed dramatically. And that is why. Even though I do brighten the video when I edit it, but it's just different light. So okay, here I'm using the My Mind's Eye, these little buttons and things came with the kit, and I'm trying to look for what is the name of that for you. My Mind's Eye, Find Your Wings and Fly buttons. And I put a couple of them on top. I just put some twine that I had from the May kit. Those two twines came from the May kit that I used, because those little flags had holes in them, like to be a banner, and so I put those. Now that sticker at the bottom came from the Woodland Park sheet, and that says, the only perfect life is the one that you live. And then those little flowers that I'm putting down, those I got from Hobby Lobby, and they're called for their spare parts, the Paper Studio. They're little rosette stickers. I really love them. I think you might even be able to spray them, but I'm not sure. They may not hold. And then I have some enamel dots that I put down. And I put the tab up at the right that says Day in the Sun. So that, because that up in the right, it needed pink. So it's got pink to the left, pink at the bottom, and pink up to the right. So I kept that going through. And here I'm going to journal with my new pen that I got, my Pilot pen that is erasable. There, I had to erase right there. So I just talked about the day a little bit. And here's some close-ups. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.